Hi guys, this is Dr. Vyshnavi, your faculty for ENT Residency, and I think one of the most requested topics to me was discussing inner ear. And I think inner ear, particularly understanding the microscopic structure, the structure of the stereocilia, the cuticular plate, the kinocilium is one of the most difficult topics encountered by the students. So in this short video, I will make it quite easy for you to understand about the structure of the stereocilia and what is the polarity of this stereocilia. So if you see here, what is the stereocilia? Basically, they are small projections that you see on the tip of the hair cells. Whether it is the macula, whether it is the crista, or whether it is the organ of Corti, they have a basic structure, but then eventually each of these have a different function, so there will be some modifications in each of this. But when we see the structure of the stereocilia, it's going to be mostly the same in all the three of them, especially in the crista and macula, it's more or less the same. So when we see the stereociliary structures, we see that there are small projections coming from the hair cell. So there are small projections like this. They are not actual cilia, but they are smaller projections that are like microvilli on the tip of the hair cells, and they go on increasing in an ascending order according to the length. So these are specialized projections made up of what kind of filaments? These are made up of actin filaments. So if you see here, all of these filaments or these villi that we have are made up of actin filaments, and they are arranged in rows that increase in height to form a pattern, and this pattern we call it as staircase pattern. Now functionally they are similar to microvilli, but they are not exactly like that of cilia. And what is there at the base of these shorter stereocilia? We have got, the mechanical electrical transducer, mechanico-electrical transducer that is present at the base of these stereocilia. Now across the tallest stereocilia, we have got a tubular structure. This tubular structure is called as kinocilium. Why is kinocilium so important for us? Because the direction of polarity, like is it polarizing towards one side or opposite side, which will tell us where should there be a excitatory phase and where there should be an inhibitory phase in our inner ear, where should there be excitatory signals given and where should there be inhibitory signals is given, will depend on the direction of movement of the kinocilium. So what is a kinocilium? Basically, kinocilium is a microtubule that is present during development, and this is located behind the tallest stereocilia, and this usually will disappear in the mature cochlear cells to leave behind a body which is called as basal body. Now, direction of the movement will help us to understand the polarity of the hair bundle. What do I mean by this? If the deflection is towards the longest row, meaning from the shortest to longest, if the deflection of the hair cells is like this towards the longest hair cell or longest stereocilia towards the kinocilium which leaves behind the basal body, if the direction of movement of the cilia is towards that, it will cause potassium ions to enter and the cell will depolarize, resulting in stimulation or excitation. But if the deflection is away, it is not towards the longest row, but it is away from the longest row, the mechanico-electrical transducers will close, and as a result, the cell will hyperpolarize and the signals are going to get inhibited. So this is why the direction of movement of the stereocilia, is it towards the kinocilium or away from the kinocilium, will help us understand what is happening in the inner ear. Is it going to excite it or is it going to inhibit? Then we have got the cytoskeletal components. These cytoskeletal components, basically we know these are made up of actin filaments, right? Along with that, we have got these actin bundles which are cross-linked. So between the actin bundles, we have got cross-linking. So that cross-linking is given by what? It is by espin, fibrin, fascin and plastin. And if there is any defect of any of these cross-linking proteins or actin, it can result in either hearing loss, either it can result in vertigo or imbalance. So if you see here, there is a staircase pattern. The longest stereocilia is called as kinocilium. So I think the basic concept is understood by all of you. For more such videos, log in into PrepLadder Residency.